name is Mojisola, and you're welcome back to the Fruit Bearers Show. On our show, all we do here is talk about waiting month, waiting season, and how to help you navigate this season. And on today's episode, we have the amazing, delectable, respectable Babatunde for Jesus. That's my husband. Awojolu-Ekanola, Mojisola. Clock it. So, guys, welcome with me, Mr. Babatunde.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning, sir. You're welcome to the show. How are you today?
We're fine. Me, myself, and I were fine. Thank you for having me. My name is Ekanola Babatunde Ilefoj. So ILEFOJSU. And it's a wonderful time to be here, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. It's so good to have you on this show. So it's our Father's Day special edition, and today's edition is for our waiting dads. Oftentimes, we don't get to talk about the dads. We are always concentrating on the moms. So today, we get to talk about our amazing fathers. So I know that you are also in that phase where you're waiting for the children. So how has it been?
Okay, so basically, most of the things I will be saying, most of the things I will be saying are personal to me. So it doesn't necessarily have to be general for men. But for me, I've been fine. I'm fine. There's a bit of pressure here and there. There's a bit of emotions here and there. But then ultimately, I am me. I am fine.
You're fine. Are you sure? Over here, we come out plain. We see everything as it is. Are you sure you're fine?
Ultimately, like I said, there's pressure, a bit of pressure here and there. But ultimately, I am fine.
Okay, so we have some questions, like further questions for you, sir.
Okay.
And yeah, so my first question is, or my second question is this. I know as a TTC dad, I know you as a TTC dad, so to say, because you are my husband and I'm also a TTC mom. So how have you been able to navigate the journey so far?
Okay, so navigating the journey is first, it's a journey. Yes, I like that language. It's a journey. It takes time. There's process. There's a lot of things involved. But the truth about it is that first you need to understand that you are not journeying alone. So that's the first thing. You need to understand that you are not journeying alone. So you need to hold. You need to go through the journey hand in hand. So how do I deal with it, or that's the question? Yes. So
How do you navigate?
how do I navigate it? The first thing is to understand that I'm not journeying alone. So our communication, when there's a bit of pressure, you tend to know how to discuss it. And so basically that's just the outright part of it. Understanding the problem, that's another part. So once you know that you are not journeying alone, you communicate, you tend to share your emotions, you know how to handle emotions, because the season is a fragile season. Anything can spark up conversations, can spark up fights. So you learn to communicate it. Then away from that, you know when to talk, when not to talk. It's a part of the communication actually. You know when to talk, you know when not to talk. Then you understand who you are journeying with. It is a very, very fragile task. It's a very, very fragile journey. So navigating it is easier when it comes to the partner, basically. So you know who you are going on the journey with, and you hold hand in hand, then you work.
Hold hand in hand. Men, can you hear that? Don't leave your wife alone to journey alone. Hold hand in hand. What do you think? Because I've heard of stories where women say that their men leave them because they are in that journey of looking for children, and it might not necessarily be the wife's fault, or it might not necessarily be the husband's fault. Do you understand? Maybe they both do not have any issue, but the man gets to leave the wife because she has not conceived. What do you think about such men?
So, like I mentioned earlier, anything I'm saying is based on my personal thinking. It doesn't have to be right, it doesn't have to be wrong. And there's a Yoruba adage that says, "Ẹni ìjà ò dé bá ní pẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́kùnrin," meaning that you've not, it's until when any Jaudeba, that means you have not seen war, you have not seen fight, you have not seen anything. That's why you're still calling yourself, I'm a man, I'm a man. When you see what is going on, when something hits you, you will know that no, you are not a man. So I'm not here. I'm not going to judge any man that is leaving his or her wife, or any woman that is leaving his or her husband. But I I have a okay.
Say it and feel it.
Okay, so for me, if I have got glimpse of the waiting season before I got married, I used to say it, and I stand to be corrected. I stand to be
Hey,
corrected.
don't say
I should not say
that.
that.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that on air. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say that on air.
You see,
We are live.
you see,
Everybody's watching all over the world. Don't
you
say
see,
that. It's not acceptable.
oh yeah, cut that one for me.
Cut.
You
Let's
see,
go.
but then, okay, so I'm not. I will not judge anybody. Anybody that leaves is a partner. I want to believe that they know what is good for them. They know, but um, ultimately, it still boils down to knowing who you are journeying with. So now, men are logical people. So it might be a good time to tackle the problem instead of just waiting. The waiting season has a lot of processes in it. So the waiting is part of, okay, what are we doing to regulate what is happening? Finding the problem, understanding what to do to connect, understanding what to do better, how to increase the chances. So those are the part of the waiting. So instead of just walking away, instead of leaving, it is a very good time to understand the problem is and try to fix it. And ultimately, the God factor the God factor. So whether it is IVF, whether it is fertility drugs, for surrogacy, anything, adoption, whatever that it is that you are going to, forget the God factor. So living is not the option, because if you leave, the only way you would be sure that where you are going to is when you have already done another thing somewhere. But if you are not, if you are not, you have not, if you are not done that, so you don't need to leave. Finding the solution outrightly is the point.
Okay. Finding the solution is the point. We do not think that you need to leave your spouse, because when you are leaving too, you don't know what is there. So okay, so another question for you, sir, is I know there was a particular time you said somebody said something to you about your waiting, and so I want you to tell the world what's the best word somebody has said to you in this waiting. The best word, most encouraging word, yes.
Uh, okay. Okay, so first, I'm not of a person that have the conversation all the time.
No, so the person does not necessarily have to have that conversation with you. You know, some people they don't know how to navigate, how to say, "Oh, I know you are waiting," okay, or but they don't have to say all
Okay,
of that.
so there's a conversation I had one time, and the person just made me understand that, see, even for him as a man, he had his own waiting time. And I think he mentioned, I think around 7 to 10 years, if I'm not mistaken, or five,
Wow,
between 5 to 10 years. Yes, between 5 to 10 years they waited, and he said it that, see, bro, just wait, do the necessary things, do the needful, but wait.
Mm. Do
And
the needful, but
see,
wait.
that is, you might see a different vision about it, but wait. So you do the things you need to do, but understand that there's a reason for you to wait.
There's a reason for you to wait. Do the needful. What's the worst word that somebody has? I know you have shared this all with me. That somebody has ever said to you in this waiting journey. What's that worst word? Not maybe not a totally bad, but something that puts you off. Something somebody said that puts you off. Like, what's wrong with this one? Yeah, well, okay, that kind of thing.
I would. Next question.
Answer this one.
Next.
Answer this one, because I know somebody has done something to you and you reported to tell us now.
So there are some things that are personal and they need to remain personal. Next question.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the best word for what word you have for any waiting dad out there? It's Father's Day, and we know that Father's Day comes with some type of emotions, just like Mother's Day comes with some type of emotions, where people are wishing their daddies happy Father's Day, where daughters are wishing their fathers, sons are wishing. So, what do you have to say to any daddy out there that is also in their waiting season this period?
Fathers or waiting fathers or awaiting fathers, as the case may be. It gets better by the day. We're all in the same boat. We're all in the same WhatsApp group, and because a friend of yours got their answered prayers or got their bundle of joy, doesn't mean you are not getting yours. Just understand the process, do the needful, keep waiting, don't forget the God factor. God is there. And you might feel weary because quite a number of us as men, we get pressure when it comes to money, we get pressure when it comes to family, holding the family together. You get pressure, oh, you're not making enough money, you're not giving me charge, you're not doing this, you're not doing this. But the truth about it is that understand God factor. Stick with God, stick with God, do the needful. Now, there's a lot of men that shy away from it when they say, okay, let's go to a fertility clinic, let's talk to a doctor. They'll be like, no, they want to form the man. No, this time around, you need to do the needful. If you don't put yourself out there, and please don't let us always, like I said earlier, I'm not more of a person that have conversations about this all the time, but I make sure that necessary people that need to hear this from me all the time get to hear about it. And you don't know where your, should I use the word, suiting conversations will come from, solutions will come from. So have the conversations with the right people, with necessary people. If your mind is telling you, let me talk to this person about this, please do. Don't bottle it up because it can also lead to depression. So don't bottle it up. You are an amazing father. Because you don't have the kids here doesn't mean that you don't have kids. A student, so for every beginning of semester, you go to class, you start learning, you do everything, hoping that there is an exam date that you are preparing for. So there's an exam. So the truth about it is that you don't know the time of the exam. You just know that it's at the end of the session or semester. So you keep preparing, you keep reading, you keep studying. So as a waiting father or as a waiting dad as well, or as a waiting mom, this waiting period is your studying, reading time period. You get to familiarize yourself with things that you need, that you would need. So it's just see it as your own semester is not over yet. That's why your exam is not here yet.
Yeah, wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. So I want to be sure that you just said something about exams. So I want to be sure that you are ready to be a daddy. So can you give us one lullaby that you sing for your babies when they arrive? Daddy, daddy, oh, daddy. Oh.
Okay, so there's one of my favorite songs growing up that we sing for my younger sister. I tend to like the song a lot. So I'll just still use my younger sister's name just for the sake of this song. So my sister is Adenike. So there's a song that we sing. Adenike Konkolo, ilé rẹ̀ là ń jó lọ,
You hold the baby
ọ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀
now.
rẹ̀ là ń
Hold the
jó
baby like
rè.
this. Oh,
Adenike Konko, Adenike
oh,
Konko.
no. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And on today's episode, thank you so much for watching today's episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share to your friends and family. Till I come your way on our next episode. Bye.